Right guys, getting ready for another video. Getting my bike ready. Anybody else have problems putting this thing on? Let's have troubles lining that up at first. Alright, that's in there. Get my key. On position. Yeah, I don't really need it on yet. I'm gonna go ahead and check my bike tire pressure again. This says it can go up to 30 psi. I think I had it at, pretty sure I had this at 27. Speaking about the tires, guys, okay, because the question is, since we have a 1,000-watt motor in the back and a 750 in the front, is the tires going to wear unevenly? Plus, most of the weight of this bike is in the back portion. You know, once I get on, that's kind of centered, but with the battery, you got a more powerful motor in the back. And you hear the skipping between 26 and 30. It does skip, and I think that's because this motor is more powerful and they don't have the controllers right. Every Wallke e-bike does that has the dual motors. That doesn't seem to be a problem, but this is what I do notice. If you look at the tire tread on here, still pretty good in the front. And we go to the back, but anyhow, the tread in the center of this tire, the rear tire, is wearing. So I've already been considering other tires, but the front one looks pretty good. The back's wearing faster. I am a heavy dude. I was over 250 pounds there for a while, down to 234 or something like that now. But it still makes me a heavier rider than most, I think. That could be why it's wearing more back here, but it also may have something to do with that different motors. 1,000-watt motor, 750, and it definitely skips up to higher speeds. So that's one thing I wanted to mention and go over. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get into the settings here a little bit and make a couple changes. So the tires, when they are pumped up, are close to 23 inches if you measure the outer side of the tires. Talking from the top of the tread to the bottom of the tread, around 23 inches. The settings in here only allow 2 increments. So you go from 22 to 24. You can't set it at 23. So the factory sets it at 24. I've been talking to a few people, and they seem to think if you set it at 22, your speedometer will come out closer. So we are going to test that today. So let's go into settings. And let's see. I can't remember if it's in regular or advanced, so let's just go through. There it is. Okay, so we're going to toggle down here to wheel size. See how it's set to 24? We're going to go I, and then we're going to toggle this down. Oh, it does go 23 inch. That's interesting. All right, well, we're going to try 23. Yeah, I was told that it goes in two increments, but this one doesn't. It'll go to 23. So we're going to try 23. If that don't work, we'll take it down to 22. And I'm going to test it with the GPS app. All right, so let's go ahead and select I on that. So that's set to 23. I do want to go ahead and reset my trip. Get an idea of how far I'm going. So that's cleared. Now if you want to change your voltage to percentage, you do that in the SOC. You go into here. I like it on voltage, so I'm going to leave it there. Speed limit, that's max right now. Imperial, so that's set to mile per hour. Okay, so let's get out of this. Let's go into advanced. because there's something I want to look at. Okay, the current is at 15 amps, and I guess you really can't change that. Your sys levels, let me go into this a little bit. Yeah, that just allows you to change it. You can go clear up to 0 through 9 if you want. 1 through, or 0 through 5 is fine. So we'll leave that there. Oops. And now if you click the I, once you're on it, it brings you into how fast, what percentage you want these to go at. It's showing 0 through 4, so really this is, since we're set at 0 through 5, it's going to be 0 through 5. So 0 in this case is going to be 1. It's at 50%, which is, I mean, I'm able to get this thing clear down to 6 through 8 mile an hour. So on 1, that should be fine. Matter of fact, I was on 3 when I did that. So this has really good control as far as your throttle goes. One thing I might want to try is go down, oops, let's put that back where it was. Got to use I apparently to toggle. I'm going to go down to the last one where it's set at 96%. And let's just kick that up to 100%. See how that does. See if we get any more max speed out of it. I kind of doubt it, but we'll find out. Alright, so we're done with that. Now, let's see. Is I to get out? Yeah, I get you back out. Not sure what assistant number is. Speed sensor, I don't want to mess with that. Start strength you can change if you want this thing to take off harder or take off easier. I'm leaving it where it's at because it's fine to me. Sensitivity, and I'm not positive about this one either. A couple of these, some of these guys you'll have to figure out on your own here. Let's see, resets, defaults, no. You can password protect this if you wanted to, for like if you're going in stores and things. I'm not doing that right now. I really pretty much don't do that at all. Your motor mode. Okay, I do want to go down and change this. I want to set this where it starts off in my all-wheel drive. Let me see if I can do that. There's auto. I don't want that. There's rear. There's front and rear. So I do have it set at that, but it always takes off, starts off in I. See, I'll try that again and see if it works this time. Okay. That's about all I see I want to change in there, guys. So we're going to try out that different wheel diameter. I set it at 23. It's pretty close to what the wheel is, so we'll see how that works out. If that doesn't give me, pretty accurate GPS speed, then we'll switch it down to 22 and try that. And if I don't like that, I'll go back to 24. And the only other change I really made was setting this to start off in front and rear all-wheel drive. And also I set my pedal assist 5 up to 100%, which I don't know if it's a bad idea or not. We're going to try it today. You guys can let me know what you know about these things. Some of these things I'm just testing out. This is trial and error. We'll find out. So we're exiting back out. See, now it's set at both wheels, but I had set that before. So we'll see what happens once it shuts off. Goes back into it. All right, guys, I'm going to get the seat on. I'm also trying out a helmet cam today. So we're going to see how that works out. I was really upset with how my last video came out. I had a different chest strap on and it was pointing down too far. I was picking up a lot of road noise and things of that sort. So I'm going to try to get that fixed today, plus use the helmet so you guys can actually see what I'm looking at. All right, guys, one other thing I wanted to talk about is the suspension down here. This bike is designed to hold up 400 pounds. So this suspension back here is doing almost nothing for most of us. Even me at a heavier weight, this thing barely moves. So I'm hoping somebody can come up with a different suspension for back here, so it makes it a little bit more spongy, so you don't have to go through all the setting your seat up, get suspension posts, getting seats that's got suspension, all that stuff. A lot of you are having problems with it being too stiff. It ends up hurting your butt and backside and everything when you're done with the ride. So if somebody has an idea what we could put on here in exchange for these, I'm all ears for that. All right, guys, we are going on this ride. See, I think I turned it off here. Let's see if it came back on. Comes back on in the right mode. Nope. even though I set that in the settings, it still comes back with just rear wheel drive. So you got to go toggle through, put it on there. All right, I think I'm ready. Oh, I don't have my phone. I got to get my phone, guys. Planning on a short trip today.
Don't die.
Planning on not dying, but we never know. Love you too. Bye. All right, guys. So also I wanted to show you the app. This thing is literally just called Speedometer app. This is one everybody seems to use, and this has the GPS settings. You get some ads with it, unless you pay for not to have the ads, but they don't seem to bother me too much, so I just leave it the way it is. And this will tell us what the supposedly accurate, once it catches up. See, it doesn't happen right away. It has to catch up. The GPS catches up. We'll see how far off we are from the new speed now that I changed the wheel size to 23. So here we go. All right, let me get this in. Pedal assist, I want to be in here. We are going for the ride. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is stop up at this first road and check my recording, because I don't want to go through another terrible recording like we had last time. Alright, guys, let's see if we're all clear today. Appears to be clear. Alright, we're going to give this a test out here. 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, 17, 19. To get at a steady speed before we tell. Wow, it is a little closer, isn't it? My mirror adjusted here. Going up a little hill. I'm just throttling at the moment. It's holding 25, 25. It's a lot closer, guys. So there's something for you. Go into settings, set that to 23. Look at that. It's a 28, 28. It's real close. We'll keep an eye on it through the whole trip here. The other problem I got too, guys, is after the stroke, I've been a lot quieter. My voice seems to be quieter. So I may end up having to go with the mic. I usually just use the wind slayers. It's always worked pretty good for me. If I can't get my volume up high enough and the wind and stuff, then it's going to make for bad video. So, all right, well, try to take a different route here today, a little bit different. But this is my first stop up here. Stop here for a second and check my recording. Okay. All right, here we go. Baby peeled out. The other thing I did too is I set pedal assist 5 100%. Hopefully you guys can see what I see now. I'd like to go is up this path right here, but I don't know if I'm legally allowed to. Your electrical line poles go back through the woods. It goes right back behind my house. Okay, I'm just gradually pedaling here, guys. I'm in 6th gear going up this steep hill. 11.1 degree car coming behind me. pedal assist. I don't know what he's going to do because I'm at the top of the hill and this is kind of dangerous. Over here as far as I can. Sorry, buddy. That situation I don't like. For his sake, really. Anyhow, 10, 11 mile an hour up the hill. 6 gear. Very steep hill. Alright, we'll take the pedal assist down a little bit. Try to make this a more gradual pedal. I'm watching this speedometer, guys, and it's really close. So if you want to get your speed right on with the GPS, set this down to 23. Had a good buddy, another YouTuber, gave a shout out to me. I wanted to give a shout out back here. Michael's Perspective. I think that's how you pronounce it, Michael. I hope so. But I appreciate you putting my name out there. Get yours out there too. Another fellow too I like to watch, John Ridenauer. He's starting off too. He's got some good videos. Michael's Perspective. He's got this bike. So's John. And but Michael's also got the AWD, which is pretty much the two bikes that I'm interested in. He's got them both. His wife rides the AWD most. Okay, we're gonna go this way today, guys. And you are gonna hear a little brake squeak. I'm still trying to break these brakes in. If I hang out more on my left brake, it works better. But anyhow, I like watching these guys' videos. They're new and upcoming. Give them a subscribe, guys. You know, let these guys get up there to where they can actually make a little bit of money off of this too. Putting in a lot of effort into it. There's a lot of effort into editing. A lot of effort into... A lot of work goes into making these videos. So simply subscribing really helps out. A little bit windy today, guys. Exactly where I'm going right now. I got a general idea. We'll see how it turns out. Something else I want to talk about too. I recently just had to delete 5 drone videos. I wasn't told to, but after researching it, well, let me start from the start. Okay, I ended up buying this drone a while back, thinking I might use it for get some nice shots in the e-bike videos, some places I stop and things like that. So I wanted one with a decent camera, but I didn't want to go through the whole registration and licensing and all that. So I bought one that was under a certain weight, which was, if it's under 250 grams, you don't have to register it. So I bought it, and I let it sit for, man, almost a year, I think. And I finally broke it out. And I did a little unboxing and just a product review basically, and flew it around a little bit. But I used some of the footage from the drone, which I come to find out you can't do that. Nobody really says whether this is true or not, but you can't do that unless you have the, I think it's called Title 1, it's 107. You got to go get tested. You got to pass this test, and it's actually an airman's test. It's a pilot test, which is crazy just to fly a drone. But I understand, you know, the whole safety factors. There's been tons and tons of accidents. So the government's making it, the FAA is making it a lot harder for people to fly drones. And if you are flying them, they want to make sure that you know what you're doing. And you understand the safety rules. Keep my eye open here, guys. But anyhow, it's a hard test, and here's the kicker. Right now in Ohio, it costs, I believe, $150 to take the test. And if you fail it, you got to wait 14 days to go take it again, and you got to pay another $150. So That right there in itself is enough to keep me from wanting to do it, because I don't do that much of it, to be honest with you. All right, I don't know where I'm at here. I'm gonna kick this up to PAS5. This looks steep. And this might be something to take off here. I don't see any road signs either. Oh, I hear a car coming. And up another hill, bad spot. Yeah, he's got enough sense to slow down. All right, let me get over this hill here and let him go. That guy had a little more sense. You don't go flying up over the hill and then swerve out to the left. So he let me go over. Anyhow, so I was disappointed I had to delete the drone videos. They were doing really well, and I was picking up new subscribers. It's content I didn't have on there before, and I had to delete it. And mainly not because I'm positive I had to delete it. I just think I have to delete it, because I believe the way the rules are, it doesn't matter what drone you get. If you're flying that thing, you have to get, I believe it's called the be certified, the 49 trust certification, which I went ahead and took that test. That's easy. You can't fail it, because they let you go back and change the answers if you get them wrong. I didn't get any wrong because they're really simple. So if you're on the fence about taking that, just take it. You can't fail it. So I got that, but what that does is just allows you to fly a drone for fun, basically. And if you're doing anything that furthers your channel or allows you to make money, anything of that sort, then you have to get the 107. That's the way I understand it. So I put content on from that drone. Both of them drones, even that little cheapie. I used their cameras before I knew about this. I have no clue where I'm at, guys. So I wasn't sure if I was going to get contacted by the FAA and get in some massive trouble, so I just deleted them. Now I may someday, if I decide to really get into the droning, go take that test. But as for now, I'm not messing with it. There's a lot of people on there trying to make money off of teaching you how to do the test, things of that sort. I don't want to play that game. You know, if I decide to take it, I'll study on my own. Okay, I'm on Treese Road on Possum Run. I don't want to be on Possum Run, but that's where I'm at. Jeez. Gotta figure out where I'm gonna go. 3 more cars coming, so we're gonna get out here and go fast. Try to get to the next road. Can't get over 33 right now. Alexander, so I'm going to take a left here. I don't know if we can see it, but up here on the right in the woods, there's an old cabin falling down. Let's see if we can get a view of it now I got my head cam on. Don't see it yet. There it is. It's a literal log cabin. Hopefully you can see it through the camera now. So I'm just casually pedaling right now, going over 30. Get out here and get a little more on the back roads, off the main roads. I don't plan on being out here too long today, guys. Just wanted to talk about a couple things. Wanted to test out these new settings. And my brakes should be here, or not my brakes, but my turn signals should be here tomorrow. You guys are seeing this all right. Adjust my camera a little bit here. It's not too far down. See, I'm losing weight too, so I don't have my belly popping it up like I used to. I'm not really sure what I'm down to. My last I checked, which has been over a week, I was down to 234. But I'm pretty sure I'm below that now. So sure, you know, you're supposed to set, I'm not so sure you're supposed to set your battery setting on 5 up to 100%. I'm not noticing that much of a power difference. I may go back into that and set that back down. Take a look around here. See, I've never went left up here, so I'm going to go up here and go left. We'll take that road, then we'll start heading back toward the house. This is over 90 today, guys, out here. Now, I don't feel that bad as long as I keep moving. See that chipmunk? He didn't know which way to go and he almost ended up under my tire. Okay, this is Fulton. It's a little windy. Let's take it, guys. take it for a little while anyhow. I've never been on it. I don't know where it goes. Fairly expensive homes out here. Just realized I forgot my glasses again. Got some in my backpack. Stop up here somewhere and put them on. Got a little bug in my eyes, how I remembered. That's not the way you want to remember. What I'm afraid of, putting that pedal assist 5 on 100% battery, is that's going to speed up the draining of the battery without really giving me much more power. I don't know if that's how it works. Makes sense to me though. So I'm going to set that back down. Road's so bumpy, man, it's making my phone go down. Steep hill here. No clue where I'm going, guys. We have a sharp curve right here. This doesn't look like the safest road to bike on either. It's fairly narrow and it's got a lot of winding curves. Pleasant Valley Road. I think I know where I'm at now. Alright guys. That's why you always pack extra stuff. Putting my red bug glasses on now. Okay, yeah, I don't want to go this way. My only option would be to go left and end up on German Church Road, which is another really bad road to get on. And I didn't pack any water or anything. I didn't plan on a long trip. So just got out here to talk to you guys about some of the changes I'm making. I'm actually going to go into this and make that change now. Put this back to 96 so I know how it goes. I can't remember if it was in. Nope. So it's, nope. Down the back, it's in the advanced settings. And then you click the eye. You click the eye again. So now you can go down. Oops. Toggle down to where it says 100%. I'll put it on back on 96. I think that's what it was. We'll hit the eye. Be done with that. Go down to the back. Hit that. Down to the back or exit and hit that. I'm not feeling so great either, guys. I've had a few bad days. You know, I keep trying to push it. I'm not saying the S word like I did before, but I keep trying to push it and do more than what I should be doing. And I end up not feeling too good, so I'm not going to go farther than I should right now. I wanted to talk to you guys about the changes in the settings. I talked to you last time about the seat situation. I've tried 5 different seats on this, and I ended up going with the Cloud 9, which I like. I think the only thing I may do is scooch it back just a little bit, or maybe scoot my handlebars forward just a little bit. It's probably the only difference I'll do with that. But as far as the comfort of the seat goes, I'm liking the suspension post. I'm liking the seat, the fact that it has suspension on it as well. Would be really nice to change out these rear suspension on the bike, guys. If anybody's done that, man, let me know. Let me know what you did. Let me know if it works. I went on and looked, and I could not find any that would just fit this. You know, straight out of the box fit it. You'd have to do a little modification. And I really don't want to do any of that. So if there's some that somebody's found, reasonable priced, that we can put on back of this and adjust. Because right now it's set up to hold 400 pounds. And there's a lot of riders that are under 200 pounds. And the bike's 100 and some, so it's still way too stiff. So I'd like to be able to adjust that rear even more, then this bike would be a lot more comfortable. It's not uncomfortable right now, but I'm just saying it'd be a lot more comfortable if we had decent spongier rear suspension. Not super spongy, but you know, when you hit them big bumps, you just feel it go down a little bit. Okay, so I set that power setting on pedal assist 5 down to 96%. I don't feel any noticeable difference. This road's bad. You guys are picking up those big old crashy bumps I'm hitting. Bang, bang, bang into them. Plus I put air in my tire, so I probably have a little too much air in right now. That's something somebody else asked me before, is where to put the tire pressure. Well, the max PSI is 30 on it. I went down to 27.5. And it's a little stiff. So, I don't know. Probably somewhere around 25. Depends on your weight, too. If you're a thin person, you know, you get away with less. But, you know, the more air you got in your tires, you know, the better it's going to roll. Easier it is going to be for the bike to push it, I should say, for the battery and the motors to push it. Isn't that how it works? You got more air in your tire, you get better gas mileage in a gas car, right? You want comfort, you let air out, you're going to get worse gas mileage. Do the same thing with battery power. There's another pretty day, guys. know why I've been hanging out in pedal assist 5. I usually go 3, and I usually go 6 gear. That's just comfortable. Hills or not, it's comfortable. Now I did a video, my last video, which I wasn't proud of that video. Say the camera angles and stuff came out not like I liked them. The road noise is pretty bad on that one. But I did do that hill test on that 16-degree hill. In pedal assist 3 in 4th gear, I pedaled all the way up that hill. And I did not struggle, didn't break a sweat at all. It was easy. So this bike has plenty of power, guys. It's got plenty of power as long as you're in all-wheel drive. Now if you just go rear-wheel drive with this, even though this is a 1,000-watt motor, this bike's really heavy. So it doesn't pull up the hills like you'd want it to. With all-wheel drive, this bike pretty much has to be all-wheel drive. That's what I'm trying to get at, because of the weight of it. Unless you got flat ground. If you got all flat ground, then you can get away with putting it in rear-wheel drive. And of course, then it'd go a lot farther. I'm hoping my camera's picking up the speedometer and the GPS catches up to it and ends up going right at the right speed. So 23-inch wheel is where you want to set that at. Somebody told me to set it at 22. But mine actually has adjustment to set it at 23, so I did that. And it goes back around. 20 mile an hour, 21 mile an hour. It takes GPS a second to catch up, but it hits right on the money. I hope my head cam's working out. That's something else I wanted to test today. This was just supposed to be a short trip, and so I could test out my head cam. I want to make sure it doesn't fall off my helmet. I want to make sure I got it angled right. And I'm going to test out these new settings and keep trying to break my brakes in. As long as I use this left one more, I don't get much noise. So there's none right now. Let's try the right one. So get a little bit of the right one. Got out yet. I don't know if he got out today or not. Did a video. Michael's Perspective, I believe it is. John Ridenauer. There's a bunch of other guys I'd like to mention too, but I can't remember them all. And if you happen to give me a shout out on your videos, guys, let me know about it, because I can't watch every video every time. I got over 3,000 subscribers, so unless you let me know about it, it's going to be hard for me to come across them. I do have nights where I just sit there and randomly watch videos, and if I subscribe, your video is going to show up on my screen. So that's how I came across Michael's. I saw he did another video, so I watched it, and I just happened to hear him mention my name in it. It's Paw 3232 anyhow. But hey, how you called me Paw, and I knew he was talking about me. I've been watching John too. He's just getting started off. John Ridenauer. He's got one of these. He's had other bikes, but he got one of these, and he's doing videos of this one too. He's in Utah, I believe. No, Oregon. I'm sorry, it's Oregon. Hope I didn't get that wrong, John. What I've seen from his videos, he does a lot of videos where he's riding through town and stuff. I try to avoid town. Too much of a chicken, I guess. I don't know. I don't like going to stores. I don't like being around people, period, to be honest with you. I don't mind you guys. I've just always had some kind of sensitivity issue, being hypersensitive. If I get in a room of people, I feel like they're on top of me, so it makes me uncomfortable. Not that I don't like people, because I love people. I just get uncomfortable around them. So these videos are kind of the perfect outlet. I can get out here, say the things I want to say, and not worry about, you know, if I'm sweating or stinking or anything. All silly things. Pedal system will stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. I know, I'm almost at the top. It's a steep hill. And I've had a lot of people want me to do range tests. Guys, I think there's enough people out there that's done range tests on this bike. I don't like to wear my battery down. I'm going to keep it as long as I can. So basically, whatever distance it is I'm going that day, it's going to give me night. Plus, it's really, you can't really go by my range test because I have all hills. And I'm heavier than a lot of you guys. So the range I get out of this is not going to be what you would get out of it, especially if you like live in California or something, or if you're living in areas where there's a lot of flat ground. You know, you're going to go a lot farther on your e-bike than I am on mine. But I keep mine in all-wheel drive almost all the time now, and I've went as far as 46 miles and still had just about half battery left. So if that tells you anything for range, you can do kind of the math on that. In a hilly type area, you know, you may get 100 miles. If you're on flat ground, you may get 200 miles out of this thing. I don't know. If you're pedal assisting it, you got it on a low pedal assist, you probably, I mean, these 68 power batteries, you can get almost 200 miles out of them in the right conditions. Now don't go saying I said you can, because I don't know that for sure. You may be able to. I don't know, do I want to go anywhere else, guys? I kind of feel like it. The girls are swimming back at the house. I hope they get Jax up here on the porch. You know what, I'm going to go back and see if they got Jax up. You know, Jax is handicapped. And he's partially paralyzed, so we have a power wheelchair that we get him down and up the hill with. Does okay, he doesn't do a real good job, but it's heavy for my wife to try to get that up on the pool deck, so I'm gonna go see if she did that. If she did, I don't know, I might just take off, go a little farther. I don't have the batteries with me. Could stop and change the batteries, take a quick peek at the video and see if it's looking okay. I don't know. I wish I could hear you guys right now. You want to go farther or not? And as far as the Cloud 9 seat goes, you know, yeah, my right butt cheek hurts a little bit. It's not bad. When I tell you, I've had other seats where it hurt a lot worse, and I haven't ridden heavily a lot yet, so I got to get this muscle build back up again. So you got to give it time. You don't just put it on one time, try it out, and you don't like it. You got to give it a few rides to see if it's going to work or not. That last seat I had, I'm trying to think what that was called. I think it was West Biking seat. I love the seat as far as comfort, as far as it fitting my butt right and stuff, and not pressing up on your prostate, things of that sort. It was awesome, but it had no suspension whatsoever and very little cushioning. 25 miles or something like that, that bike seat's fine. I loved it for the short stuff. I'm trying to get used to the Cloud 9 pressing up, you know, on my van parts. I think I can. But other than for that, as far as the width of it and things of that sort, the fact it's got some suspension, I like that. So I'm sticking with it for now. Down there and see if they can get him up there good enough on their own. I may take off longer. I'm having a little bit of fun right now. Well, I made it. You guys get him up there okay? Yeah. Any trouble? No. All right, guys. I'm calling it quits today after all. Got home here, had to help him out a little bit. I started feeling a little sick, so it's too hot. I'm going to get it in the house, finish up the video. Anyhow, guys, remember, if you're buying an e-bike, click my link first. If you're buying anything from Amazon, use my Amazon links, guys. Click on any of my videos. Click on my homepage, go to community. You'll see the Amazon link in there. Helps us out a lot. Helps my family out. Hope this helps somebody out. I think the biggest takeaway of the day is go into your settings, set that down to 23 as far as wheel size. Your speedometer would be right on the money. It's really close. It may be off by, you know, couple of tenths or something there, but it's pretty darn close, guys. Seat, happy with so far. Just to give it a little more time, make sure I'm going to be happy with it on the longer rides, but I think I am. I'm going to recharge the battery. I always do after each ride. That way it's nice and strong when you take it out the next time. You don't have to do that, but you know, the more you run your battery down, the farther down it gets, it's going to get weaker. It's just how it works. Everything else good. I do need to re-lube my chain, clean it and stuff like that. Haven't done that for a while. Got some air pressure in my tires. Rear tires are wearing a little faster than the front. If anybody's curious about if that's what happens. My case, yes, because in my case I'm heavier. But it might just not be just that. It may be the fact that this is a 1,000-watt motor in the back and 750 in the front. Because you hear when you get up to speed 26 to 30 mile an hour, it does that chatter thing, and it's because I think the rear wheel is going faster than the front, so it chatters. And you don't notice as far as feeling anything. It's not like it shakes or anything like that. It just makes that sound. And I think the worst case scenario is your back tire is going to wear faster than your front, which is not a huge deal. I eventually want to put some better tires on this anyhow. Sorry about my voice. It sounds weird when I get talking for a while. It weakens and things of that sort. Something else I want to show you too, guys. If if I got any battery left in this. I hope I do. Let me see. Yeah, it's still going. Is you notice how the seat, how these posts on the back of the Cloud 9, it's wider than the battery. That's huge. So if you got to go down. Now once you get down to the spring, yes, of course it's going to hit the battery. But you have a good 3/4 inch right there at the bottom of this post that can actually go down and not hit the battery. Now there's not too many seats that do that. I've noticed that about the Cloud 9, which is nice. So when my suspension goes down, and it's hard for it to go down, I'm a heavy guy. I bought this particular suspension post because it'll hold up to 265-pound person. Most of them don't hold that much. Something they don't tell you. And you max out, you know, you adjust them out as far as you can get them, they'll still only go up to like 240 or something like that. But I bought this particular one because it goes to 265. It's another little tidbit I'd forgotten about. I hope I got some better video today because of my cam on my helmet. You want to see how stupid I look, guys? There it is. There's how beautiful I am. I hope you can take it. Still losing weight, guys. None of my clothes fit. Look at my funny sandal sock combination. You know, I know you're all getting jealous. You want to look this good too, but you got to go to Walmart and buy these shoes. They're about 20 bucks. And you can look this good. The socks, I can't remember. I'm just joking, as you know. Anyhow, guys, I had fun. I really wanted to ride farther today. I'm not feeling all that great. So I'm going to call it quits here and rest. I got to learn to do that. I don't want to do that. But it has only been a little over a month since I had a stroke. So there's going to be things that ain't working as well. And I'm noticing, you know, dead spots. I don't want to talk about it no more. Not going to talk about it no more. Just anyhow, like and subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm going to beg you. Hit the notification bell. I don't even know about that, but that's what my kid always says. That way you don't miss the videos. But man, and if you guys can, remember to use my Amazon link before you buy stuff. Even if I got a few people regularly doing that, it's going to help us out a lot. It doesn't cost you a dime more. All you got to do is hit my link before you go buy something. You hit my link, you go on there, you search for whatever you want to search for after that. And you pay out, you check out, you pay for it just like you normally will. It doesn't cost you any more. All it does is gives me a little teeny commission. You know, I make, you know, like somewhere between 4 and 10%. So if it gives you an idea, you know, don't make a whole lot. It takes a lot to build up to actually make any money off of it. Yeah, sorry about the videos I had to delete. For those of you that left comments, that's why I did it. I didn't do it because I didn't like you. I had to delete it because you know, I wasn't sure if I was doing something illegal, and I don't want to do something illegal, guys. All right, thank you very much. We'll see y'all on the next ride. Woo!